that Don has taken in. Anyone want to make a motion? Has everyone had a chance to read them and comment, or?
Thought they were good. Want me to make a motion to accept them?
Sure, Lisa, thank you.
Okay, make a motion to accept them in minutes. Nice job, by the way.
All right, second anyone? Thank you, Frank. Hey, we gotta do the roll call. Lisa, so Brendan?
Aye.
Okay, Todd is not on. Geether, I haven't seen yet. John?
Yes.
Okay, Chris?
Yes.
Mark?
Aye.
Okay, I know you're on the bus, train. And I don't have, I haven't seen Dawn yet either, okay? Or Emily. They're probably having trouble logging in. Okay. All right, thank you. I'm gonna get right into the Lynch School then. I know there's a lot of paperwork I sent out. The files were probably too large for a lot of emails. Some got partial. Apologize for all that. We gotta find a way to get these things on the site. But we're gonna have the monthly update from Hill. Andy, if you want to take that on.
Okay, let me share my screen. All right. All right, so we submitted the July 2024 monthly report. I'm gonna do a very brief overview, and then I'll do our normal presentation as well. So a few of them may be a repeat, so I'll go through it quickly. So for this month's progress, the site work and utility work, the underground electrical and plumbing work at area A, where the gym is, that area is completed. With progressing at area B. So once we get finished B, then we'll head to C, and then we'll do the slab on grade. Site and foundation contractor, they completed the excavation for the foundation at the PV canopy at lot 1, and we're forming the solar canopy pier for that started in July. Site work continue at subgrading stone and AVB prep for the slab on grade at area A. That's still ongoing. Footing and foundation, those are completed. We backfill the footing and the foundation work for the building. Structural steel, that's about 95% complete. We finished the slab on deck, the third floor, the second floor. We're still waiting for the utility work to be done to do the slab on grade. Next will follow is the stairwork, the steel stairwork. So there's a little bit of work of that. Most of the detailing work have been completed. Spray fireproofing for the structural steel is completed on the second floor at A area. And we're continuing at the C area right now. CMU block at the gym is complete, and we're working at the elevator pit right now as well. We're wrapping that up. Slab on deck, as I mentioned, we'll complete it at A, B, and C. As I mentioned, we're waiting for the slab on grade. Exterior work, roofing at the gymnasium is complete. The remainder of the roof at area A and B, that's still ongoing. We're looking at to complete the entire roof in August. So the brick and the mortar mock-up, this area is complete. I think we just got the answer back for the mortar today. The drywall contractor has started the cold form metal framing Also exterior sheathing on the roof area. The MEP roughing that started. They started the anchoring or the hanger, drilling hole through the slab on a deck. Those are ongoing. We just started that. So pretty soon, we're gonna start hanging ductwork. So a couple milestones that were completed. Actually, one area of concern right now is the EverSource Electric. So that right now we don't have a date for the transformer yet. So we're working with EverSource on that, try to get a delivery date. A couple milestones that were completed in July. The steel erection, the detail of the work is ongoing. Placement of the slab on deck, that's completed. Installation of the roof ladder, that's completed. The mock-up, that's completed. Underground plumbing at A completed, working on B, and then we'll head to C, as I mentioned. Underground electrical and the vault at A is completed. We began the CMU work at the elevator, at the gym as well. The conform metal framing sheathing, that has begun. Also, we began the grading, the stone insulation AVB slab to prepare for the slab on grade at area A. So what's going to happen in August? The next milestone will be finishing all the detailing of the steel work, temporary electrical, placing the roof pad, underground plumbing, electrical, finish the roof, and then continue on with the framing. And as I mentioned, we'll start placing the slab on grade once we're done with the utility work. Key meetings, we continue to have our weekly OAC meeting every Thursday. The next lead meeting will be on August 13th at 1:30. Tonight is the EFPBC meeting. The next MSBA visit will be on September 19th. And we have, our first commissioning site walkthrough. They're going to be testing and inspecting the exterior envelope. That will be the AVB, the roof, and then they'll be looking at the masonry, the CMU masonry work. We still have UTS, the engineer, coming for weekly site inspection for concrete and the site work. So safety, there's no safety issue, no neighborhood complaint. Everything is going very good. A couple photo I want to share with is the spray on fireproofing, the slab on deck on the second floor, area B2. So detailing work on the steel. This is at the roof area. This, we continue to do that. This is the CMU work that I mentioned at the elevator shaft. It's nearly complete. So this is the CMU work at the gymnasium at the north side. So this is the grading and the prep work that the stone work for the slab on grade, that the backfilling, as you can see, the plumbing work here, getting ready for slab on grade. And here is the excavation for the underground plumbing at area B that we're starting right now. And this is the concrete work that we pour at area C3. This is the slab on deck. Here's the temporary electrical service. We start doing the temporary lighting. That's it for the report. Any question? We have the rest. We have like the backup, the financial. I'll go over that on our presentation.
I don't see any hands, Andy. Just anyone have
Keep going.
questions? Nope. Okay, move right on.
Sorry, I have a quick one for you. I'm just
Yeah.
struggling here to raise my hand. Andy, can you dive a little bit deeper into the EverSource issue?
So right now we submitted the work order for the transformer, and on every project. This is not the only project, but they usually don't give you a date until all the paperwork are in. Usually it takes about 10 months at least to get a transformer. In Swampscott, we're able to get that early because we keep bugging them. I think we got our in March in Swampscott. So for our project right now, we don't have a date for Winchester. So that's
Can you share that information with me, and I'll see if I can move that along a little bit.
I think Meg can give you a little
Perfect.
bit more. Go
Great.
ahead, Meg.
So we actually had a meeting out on the site today with EverSource, and we it was with Terrence, who is our Terrence Doolin, who is our representative, and then a gentleman that represents the pole side of things. So we had two issues. That one is we needed to get the new pole put up, so they're going to schedule that out. They're going to dig safe it this week. And hopefully in the next week or two, we'll get the new pole up so that we can, get everything moved over to it. EverSource has placed their order for 2025, fiscal 25 for all of their transformers that they're buying. And they are aware of ours, and he doesn't think it's going to be an issue, but they cannot reserve ours until we get the transformer pad, in place, and all the primaries are run to and everything. So, or I'm probably getting that backwards, but Great will not be ready to have it inspected until probably November, December. So we're looking at probably the first of the year to get until January, February, till we would get a transformer and permanent power. And we have pushed on that, Brendan, 10 ways till Sunday, but they just will not, pull one aside for us. They do give schools and hospitals priority. The size that we need, he said it should not be an issue. So that's the latest that I had from today's meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don, you had a question also?
Yeah, Meg, do you know where they're sourcing that transformer from?
I have no idea. Yeah,
Can you find out? Ask the question. We need to know where it's coming from. This is, it could be a delivery issue, and it could be a problem down the road if it turns out to be a poor quality transformer.
I will ask them and see if they'll
Thank
give me
you.
that information, but this, yeah.
I'm more than happy to make a phone call and have a meeting with someone that can certainly
Make it happen, yes.
help us with this.
Thank you.
Yep, Meg, we can
Well, that
connect.
would be great, because
Yep.
where were you, Brendan, when we were doing the 345 and the 115 line through town, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that obviously that was a little bit of a controversial project, but I can go, I can talk to the right people.
Go for it, great.
That'll be great. Thank you, Brandon.
So, yeah, no worries. So, Meg, if you could just share the work order number and any recent correspondence, I'll follow up with that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Andy.
Okay. All right, I'm glad I brought it up. Now we got more help. All right. So for the financial, our dashboard, as I mentioned, the milestone, we completed the slab on decks for the third floor, the roof area, the second floor. Underground electrical and plumbing at A area is complete. B is still progressing. The mock-up, the grouting and mortar, those are completed. We started the CMU work at the gymnasium, and also backfilling all the foundation work. and we started the framing in July. So that's still ongoing. So for the next month in August, we targeting to complete the underground plumbing and electrical, so we can backfill and then start the slab on the grade. Right now we're prepping the area C. Actually, it's not C, A. We're working over at B right now. In August, we're looking at to complete all the detailing as well. That's including the stair work. Place the slab on grade, continue, finish the roof installation, as I mentioned, and then continue on with the exterior framing and sheathing. Area of focus right now, as I mentioned, we try to finish the steel, finish the slab on grade, get all the plumbing underground and the electrical work done, finish the fireproofing, and then continue receiving sample and finish the mock-up as we move along. I mentioned the transformer is an issue. Cash flow wise, we're catching up. We need to update the cash flow a little bit based on the recent cash flow. So next month, it's gonna, look a little bit closer based on Brick Builder's updated cash flow. As of right now, we're still currently on budget. The last change order 2, I think we moved $65,659 from construction contingency to fund for change order 2. And as of right now, the remaining construction contingency is $6.4 million and soft cost contingency at $291,000. The total contingency is $6.7 million. Right. Construction update. A couple of these I already mentioned. We're gonna, begin the AVB, complete the brickwork, the mock-up. I mentioned the MSBA walkthrough. The next one will be on September 19th. We received the PFA bid amendment from the MSBA, and that they send that out for the town for execution. I think Meg sent that back to them last week on Friday. And so I think in a couple of weeks, they will send that, the fully executed version, I think in about 2 weeks. So once we receive that, they will send us an update that we can submit a ProPay, one ProPay update to get us, with the additional, all the additional that we already paid for Brick Builder. So that will help us catch up from Brick Builder requisition 1 to I think we're up to requisition probably 7 by now. So that will get us up to speed on. Okay, so work going on in August. We completed structural steel detail with still some minor work ongoing. To complete the underground electrical, plumbing, continue with exterior framing work. Place the slab on grade. So that's where we're heading now in August. So in September, we're targeting to complete the slab on grade in September, October timeline. Continue with the masonry work and begin the brickwork in probably September, October timeline. We'll continue with the exterior work that will take a couple months, and then begin the AVB work September, October. So between November and December, we're targeting to finish the building envelope. We're a little bit behind with the window and the curtain wall. So right now, and originally we were planning to start that in October and finish that in December. But right now we're probably gonna get, window between around October, November. So that may go a little bit beyond that, but overall schedule, we're still on schedule. We have a lot of float for the windows. We just received another update today on the schedule update, and we're still targeting to finish on June 27, 2025. Another picture of the slab on deck. More picture of this is the preparation on the slab on grade at area A1. So that's going to be poured soon. I think we're going to do it in section A to B to C. So now we're preparing for that. Again, another picture, repeat picture from the monthly report of the masonry at the gymnasium. The elevator shaft work, the CMU blocking. Plumbing work, underground plumbing at area B is still ongoing. Temporary power at area C3 on level 3. It's a picture looking from the north side of the entire building. As you can see, there's roof insulation up on the roof. Again, as I mentioned, we're targeting to finish the roof. And Matt, can you mute? I keep getting echo, sorry.
I'm sorry.
All right. So this is the progress looking from the south side. This is the gymnasium B to C. So this month we have a change order 3. I just want to go over that right now. Sorry. So we have three PCO. The first one is the door hardware changes. We deleted the electrical work and the hardware, the door hardware at the vestibule. So we get a credit back of $2,762.19 for that. And then we got two PCO 18A is for the electrical work of the fire alarm revision. So this is a request by the fire department to move the fire alarm from one pole to the other and then go underground into the building. So this is, we got this change request from the fire department after we bid out the job already. So this is the first part of 18A is the electrical work, and that's for $35,446.11. That's just the electrical portion itself. And the site work is PCO 18B. And also this is part of the fire department request to get the conduit underground, get all the fire alarms from for the site work is $32,975.02. And the total change order 3 is $65,658.94. This is going to be funded out of construction contingency. Here's a video of the progress for the month of July. So this is when they start pouring the slab on deck. Okay. Any question?
Didn't see any. If there's no questions, Andy, can you also touch on the advisory letter? I did forward that out that Chris brought up.
Okay.
What that means?
So the advisory 22 is the change order review by the MSBA. So on a quarterly basis, the MSBA would review any change order that Hill would submit to them on a monthly basis. So every month we would send them an MSBA change order log with all the changes, with all the approved change order. And they'll review that on a quarterly basis, and they'll send that to us with the review comments, and how much is being reimbursed. So MSBA would only reimburse 1% for new construction, and based on change order, they only reimburse 1% of the construction cost. So for our project, I think the maximum that they're going to be reimbursing is 1% of the construction budget of $67 million. So that's around $677,000. And so they sent out a letter last week saying that their review for last quarter, there's no change. There's a zero change order because our first change order is a zero change. So they said they receive it and it's a zero cost. So the next review will have change order 2 and change order 3 on it. So that will be around $130,000 if change order 3 is approved today. Then they'll send us. I think in November is the next review, so they will send us a letter of their review. So that we'll get that every quarter, every 3 months.
Emily, you have a question regarding that?
Sorry, just having trouble finding the little hand. I actually had 2 questions from a little bit earlier. One is so you guys poured a lot of concrete in July, which was like really hot and humid. Are we worried at all about the concrete curing or anything like that? I just know sometimes you can find issues later down the road with those kind of temperatures and humidity.
So we have UTS there doing the testing, and I think to date a lot of the concrete has passed the inspection, and we do a lot of quality control as well. So we're not, and it's being reviewed by the structural engineer. I don't think to date there's any issue with the slab on deck. Mark Kokorian, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe there's any issue on the slab on deck on the pour.
Correct, Andy. All of the breaks have been coming in favorable. They've actually been coming in over the specified 4,500 PSI for the slab on deck. So everything's been going good so far. And they used a 7-day wet cure. So they soaked down the slab after it was placed and covered it with poly to keep it wet for a week to aid in that curing process during the heat.
Okay, great. And then my second question was just with the fire department requiring that the lines get buried. Have they requested that before on previous school projects? I guess I'm just curious if we've run into that before, or if that's a new thing. I've never heard of that request before. Just curious.
Yeah. I can't say that for sure. We have a new chief now, so he has requested the design plans were reviewed under a previous chief, and since he came on, we reviewed them again, and he requested some additional changes. The town does like to have their fire alarm and other items underground. Obviously, it helps in the case of a storm, or if the lines get taken down for any reason during a storm or something. So, but I can't really speak to the history of it.
Yeah, Meg, a little bit more on that. I think it's a little confusing. The lines are always underground from the last pole to the building. So they weren't sweeping to the building, I believe. The changes came from pole to pole going out to the street.
Right, coming down.
So Emily, they were always going underground to the building. It's just the pole they were coming from is what the change order is regarding. So I think maybe Andy can pull that up and resend that around the change at some point.
And
It
Emily,
took a while to look at it.
It's not only the fire alarm, but it's the town's, believe it or not, and maybe Andrew could explain this better, maybe even Peter, but it's like the internet access through the town. for the municipal and school buildings, they have a system that they're gonna run through this conduit as well. It was always kind of housed in the Lynch School. And so now we're rerouting it through here, which will make it much, make it redundant and safer having it be underground as well, so.
The title fire alarm revision, I think, throws everyone off of what's
Yeah.
actually rolled up in there.
Okay. No, it makes sense. I guess it's more thinking like a lesson learned for the next school of like things to look out for.
Right. Any other questions for Andy before we move on? Okay, exterior mock-up and tap A. Chris, you want to take the next 3 items here?
Sure. Could I just get
So masonry, watercolor, just an update on that.
Yep.
Pollock and the glazing.
Yeah, so the mortar color was picked today. So that's exciting. So we'll be able to give that to Brait and they'll be able to kind of keep moving along on that. And then for the mock-up, windows and curtain wall, they will be on site according to Brait's plan next week, middle of next week, I believe. So that will kind of help them get moving on the mock-up. And then from there, we'll be able to start testing things and really start pushing along. So it's really nice that we have the windows and the curtain wall coming before the windows and curtain wall for the building so that we can do the testing. I've seen a lot of times where they come at the same time and then testing happens on the building, which isn't always great. So it's, yeah. so it's really good that, we're moving along, even though it might've been a little bit longer than we were hoping. So I think we're moving in the right direction on that for sure.
Okay. Any questions for Chris? See anything? All right, thank you, Chris. Moving on to payments, Meg, manager's letter. I think you're on mute. There you
Sorry
go.
about that.
Okay.
I was just gonna pull up the letter if I can share my screen. That way we can
Sure.
just, instead of, these are gonna start getting longer and longer. So maybe I don't have to read everyone off, but we can approve the letter as presented, but, am I able to share?
Okay.
So, as you can see, we have, the monthly requisitions for Brait, Triumph, Tepe, and, Lero, Harbor Networks, and EarthCam. So all of those are on there. And then there are 2 spending authorizations. One is the change order number 3 that Andy spoke to earlier. And then the other amendment is, at our last meeting, you had approved the spending of $25,000 and change for the solar, post-construction solar study that Ken Pruitt had presented. And this additional $2,500 is to do this process through an amendment through Tepe. Andy and I spoke, and that's the best way to handle it so that it can be part of the MSBA process. And Tepe will need to be involved at some point too. So the $2,500 is just their typical markup on there. So I just added this in there as it's a slight change to what we presented at our last meeting. So if there's no questions, maybe we can just approve the payment and spending authorizations as presented.
All right. I move that we authorize the town manager to pay Brait Builders, Triumph Modular, Tepe, Hill, Lero, Harbor Networks, and EarthCam as outlined in the town manager's August 12th memorandum to the EFPBC, and to approve the spending authorizations for Brait Builders, and Tape Architects, as also listed in August 12th memorandum.
Second that.
All right, Brendan, thank you. All right, we'll do a roll call. Thank you. Frank?
Aye.
Lisa?
Yes.
All right, John, Geether is not on.
I'm here, Jay.
Oh,
for-
Geether, okay, I do see.
Yeah, I used my cell phones today, so anyway, yes, yes,
Are you
yeah.
okay with the letter?
yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. John?
Yes.
All right, Chris, are you still on? Lost him yet? Yeah, I think we lost Chris, okay. Colleen's not on. Mark?
Aye.
Richard?
Yes.
And Emily?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, next few things. We have our regular meeting on the 26th, which will not be a lynch. That's gonna be high school. We have some updates on that going on. Labor Day is on the 2nd, so we're throwing out there September 9th and the 23rd, if that works for everyone. Or at least the 9th to get through the first meeting anyways. And that will be the lynch meeting on the 9th. And then the high school meeting on the 23rd or whatever else is open. So if there aren't any other comments or anything, we can get a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Lisa.
Jay, did we approve the meeting minutes? I'm sorry.
We did. Yep. All right, Frank, you okay? Motion to
Yep.
adjourn? All right, Lisa.
Yes,
yep.
aye.
Brendan?
Aye.
Geetha?
I.
John? John.
Oh, aye. Sorry. I was
Okay.
on mute.
Yep. Chris is not on. Mark?
Aye.
Richard?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
And Emily?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, everyone, and
Enjoy the rest of the summer.
Richard, thanks for your comments.
yes,
Good catch us there.
see you on the 9th, on the 26th, sorry, 26th for the high school. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Thank you.
Bye.